On this week's show, we learn Mark's luggage combination, Milo gets excited over Munchie, and it is the origin of raids. Welcome back to the Incensed podcast. Mark, what's your luggage combination?
I really don't know.
2, 3, 4. It's a play on the space thing.
No, it is. No, it
Yeah.
is. It is 2, 3, 4. Very good, Ian. You got me there. Now I know. Now I know.
There we go. I'm Ian Waterfall, and with me this week, as always, we've got Pogo Milo UK, aka Whitfield, and Masterful27, aka Barrow. Welcome in, boys.
Welcome, Ian.
Willkommen.
Hello.
Milo likes a munchie, Ian, doesn't he?
Milo loves a munchie. Milo loves a munchie.
That's for damn sure.
And I'm pretty sure he'll have the munchies in a few weeks as
Bless
well.
him. Yeah, bless it.
That depends on which direction the plane ends up going.
So boys, Milo is looking a little bit worse for wear because he spent the whole day at the beach
What
and
do
got
you
back
mean?
less than an hour ago.
I'm flipping fantastic, thank you very much. So
Did you
anybody
get a
who says
pink
I
sand
don't
eel,
leave
then?
Ealing, I can prove you wrong today. Yes, I've still got sand on my feet.
Did you get a pink sand eel? And I'm not talking about JT.
No, pink? What? I don't know where you've been looking, Sunshine. Jeez, stay away from
It's like
Google
reddy
images.
pink,
But
isn't it?
Yeah. Were you at the beach today, Milo?
I did. I went down to Bournemouth to go and chase the girl.
Oh, you picked Bournemouth, did you? Oh, very interesting.
Golden Wiglet.
Ah, I thought you...
And unfortunately, it didn't happen. But
Oh. What are the spawns
At
like,
least
though?
your bestie
We'll talk
got
about it
one,
later.
Milo.
Yeah, exactly.
At least
yeah.
your
Good.
YouTube bestie got one.
really, he got two.
Oh,
Son of a gun. Seriously, I'm here with nothing but my regular white Wiglet.
I've just figured out what I can liken you and JT to. You're like the Laurel and Hardy of YouTube.
There are
always
worse
together
things to
these
be
days.
compared to.
which one's which, though? Is it Milo's Laurel, surely?
That's the question.
Yeah,
Milo's... Milo's tall and thin.
Yeah.
And JT isn't big, but he's a little
Well,
bit
not
bigger than
so
Milo.
thin, but yes, I'm thinner.
Yeah.
He's Laurel. He's Laurel.
Milo is Stan Laurel.
Stan Laurel.
I'm less horizontally tall, perhaps.
That's horizontally tall. So I didn't realise he was back. You two are like, you're having such a good time together. Is he with you all year now? Is he staying with you till he goes
I
to
don't know
Japan?
if we have to set up a contract. As far as I'm aware, he is leaving fairly early August.
He keeps leaving the country, coming back, so each time he gets
Yeah.
a whole new bout of
I know.
immigration.
I expect after Worlds, I'm expecting October, he might be back for a bit, and then he'll go off to Japan. I don't know. And they'll be home for Christmas.
Oh,
To what, to your home or to his home?
Probably here.
yeah.
I don't know.
He'll be singing "I'll be home to Christmas" to you, won't he?
Oh, he'd be on the Christmas show actually
I'll be
before us. It'd be
home for
nice.
Christmas.
We'll have to deck it like a Floridian's Christmas, so there'll be alligators pulling Santa's sleigh.
Floridian
instead.
Christmas. Wow. It's like what's they used to call it? It's like a foreign exchange student, isn't it? Spending time at your house.
Exchange student, yeah. Does that mean Milo's got to go live in Florida for,
Yeah.
for a few months?
Or Japan, maybe.
Yeah, what exchange?
I think you win out of this, Milo.
Welcome, trainers.
I think
I don't
Milo
know.
wins
I
out
don't,
of
think
this.
I don't think Milo could handle the humidity in Florida.
No, he's always do Japan, and he's got to do Japan.
I can't box an alligator. That's where I fall down. That's for sure.
Oh, well done, mate. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Interesting. I want to know about your sandy toes adventures on the coast. Milo. That'd be
Miss
quite
Sandy
exciting.
Gas.
Actually, we might not talk about it later because
Oh.
I've purposely, since it's day one of the event, not included it into the show.
Very good, Ian.
So maybe
Very
we'll
good.
talk about it next week.
Next week.
Yes, coming up next week.
Next week's
Anyway,
show.
boys, I've got a question. I've got a question for you two before we actually get into the show. I want to test your mental capacity.
Clarify
here.
the spelling.
What gets wetter the more it dries?
Oh, I know this one.
I've got an answer, but I can't say it on air.
JT literally got it straight away.
What was the question again? What goes wetter the more it
What
dries?
gets wetter the more it dries?
Oh, I prefer a second answer.
Is it a sponge?
Anyway, a towel.
Oh, a towel.
A towel.
Oh, the more it dries. Oh, very good. Very good, Ian.
Your mama.
It's a-
There's no
Thanks,
place
JT,
for that.
in
There's
the
no
chat.
place for that. No place. A chamois.
So yes, well,
A chamois leather, that counts as well.
so yes, welcome into the Incensed podcast. This is Mark's luggage combination, episode 234, and it is time for you to
Slap on the incense, boys. It's time to go.
Yes, it is. And if you get anything decent whilst playing the game this week, or indeed while you're listening to this podcast, don't forget to post on social, @Incensed Podcast, and using the hashtag Shiners of the Week.
Could you please clarify that spelling for me? Please.
Absolument. That hashtag is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. The socials that you can use: X, Instagram, Threads, or Blue Sky. But you can go old school and send us a WhatsApp voice message. Really not old school, I guess, but we want to hear your voice. That number, +44 759 269 5696, or you can use our email, which is contact@incensedpodcast.com. Or if you feel like it, nobody really uses it anymore, you can push the DM us button on some podcast platforms. That will come straight through to us. But, boys, let's talk a little bit about why we're here. And it's not about Milo's love of munchies or your love of luggage combinations. It's about Pokemon GO. And
your love of Holland.
You've been to Holland. I mean, granted, you were only there for like 2 hours with me, but
I was
you
there
did
for
go.
like 90 minutes.
We played 20 minutes as a community today. We had lunch and we left.
It's not an experience. That's a layover.
That literally is a layover. But if I can convince you to go to the superior city for City Safari, then you'll see what Amsterdam has to offer, and not just reversal.
Oh, bless him. He's worth it, though.
In the last week, we've had a couple of events, Steel and Scales, and everybody's favourite DMax Battle Weekend, Latias and Latios.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit of a chat about the last 7 days in Pigo.
Go on, Milo, because I don't know even what one of the events was.
Mark looked at the order.
Yeah, I don't even know what the first event
He
was.
looked at the order and said, "Yeah, nah, mate. Nah, I'll do that." Yeah, crikey, what happened? Jeez.
Well, I know Mark
let's start-
did send me a couple of Honedge raids.
Honedge raids.
2 and done.
Steels and Scales was like a mix, really. I preferred Ultra Unlock 1. You know, Honedge, fine, lock it in raids, but typically when something's been locked in raids, it's been in the winner raid field research task, and this time it wasn't. And they weren't the most common because the pool of Pokemon was 5. So regularly you'd have a level 1 hatch and it was a flipping Gibble.
I saw very few of them near me. There was so
Yeah.
few Honedge
So
raids.
ended
So
up
actually, when
remoting
people
them.
did send them to me, I was actually like, yeah, I'm going to jump in.
It was that thing of like, do you know what?
That's exactly how I was,
I will
actually.
remote.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in.
Sure thing.
Did you, Ian? Did you go, yeah, I'll jump in?
I actually did say that every time somebody sent me a raid invite.
Grazie.
Oh,
Until I
Ian.
ran out of Pokecoins. I do need to buy some more, actually.
Yeah, why not?
Latios and Latias
Sure.
killed me at the weekend, seriously.
But the other thing that it introduced was shiny Rookidee into the spawns, which I think was a better chase because it did seem to appear fairly frequently, and there was some good
Well,
surprise.
Rookie did, Shiny didn't.
Speak for yourself, Sunshine, but it was all right here. A few lucky people got the Dynamax
Always
shiny.
is, Ian. Always is, Ian. Always is.
Yeah,
Always
some
is.
people always do better.
I suppose it probably would have been for me if I could commit 10 hours a day to play. But
Yeah, exactly, Ian.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Stretching it a bit. 3 or 4.
Yeah, I thought I was going
Well, that's my
10,
working
is that
days, so
all?
I just assume your working days the same.
10, that'd be crazy. The boosts on the Bagon and Beldum were good and seemed legit, and the fact they were everywhere in the wild and research was cool. So I enjoyed the event and some of the chases, but the actual like new coveted Pokemon, the Honedge, I think was a missed opportunity. Really, just chuck it in raids, and it was broken apparently. Age slash, it was broken, then it was fixed, then it's broken again. I don't know if it's fixed now. You know, PvP. Who cares?
What's that?
That's
Is that thing where you tap the screen?
that's the whole game, isn't it? That's everything.
But you don't tap it to catch Pokemon, do you?
It's what you and Mark did in Paris, where you squared off against each other and looked at your photo libraries and pretended to tap, and then equally decided, "Yeah, I lost."
No, we didn't. Spoilers, we really PvP'd with each
No,
other.
we both lost, or it was a draw.
Yes, that's not called production. We really did
Oh,
that.
sure.
Really did
I'm
that.
happy it was you two.
Thanks for reminding me on the first event there, Milo. Like, I
You're
think
welcome.
for me, I never assume anything in life, Milo. I never ever assume that you're going to put 42 and a half working hours a week into Pokemon Go.
Preposterous.
That'd be preposterous working a full-time career in Pokemon Go. But what I would say, mate, is, you know, if ever, I mean, from my experience of playing it, I didn't really play it much. I did get a couple of Honedges, and I like the design of Honedge, but again, I'm one of those people which is like, going, do you know what? this doesn't really need to do anything other than just fill a deck spot. So actually, I'm surprised I actually did 2 of them, to be fair. I could have just done one and evolved it, and then we've got bish bosh, and then bosh, it's all sorted.
Living decks, mate, living decks.
Living decks, exactly.
Nah.
So, but on the very few that I did click on, I did get a shiny bag on, which is nice. I like shiny bag on, but again, I probably just tickled the game a bit when this event's been on.
How
the last
delightful.
7 days. It was, but I did say, and I would say this, the spawns were actually really good for this event. Actually, when I put the game on, they were all really good spawns, and wish I could have played it a bit more, but at the same time, I can see why a lot of people that could, or people that were new to the game, would have looked at this and gone, oh, this is a good event, actually. There's some actually really good spawns, good candy opportunities. Beldum, we know that. I got I tell a lie. Sorry, Milo. I got a Goomy. I got a shiny Goomy.
Nice.
And I got a shiny Zangoose, which I don't think was part of the event, so that was a good thing.
Lovely.
And I hatched a shiny Togepi from non-event 2K.
I'm proud of you. Well done.
But yeah, I like the event. The spawns were good. It felt nice. It felt good to put the game on for the small amount of time I did, and. I still think the raid, they missed a trick there. Just what they did with Dramper, make it shiny on debut, get it in there, just whack it in, let people chase it. Don't really see an issue with it. Let's not talk about the other bit yet. Ian, what about you? Steel and Shield, or whatever it was
really
called?
There's not really an awful lot to add. Spawns, yeah, agree, decent. Honedge reminds me of the sword from Thundercats, actually, just a little bit, with the eye in the middle.
It does.
So
it does.
that was
Milo, do you know
quite nice.
Thundercats? Yeah.
No.
No, okay.
But we'll move on.
They
You
did
guys enjoyed the
remake it,
reference.
actually, within your lifespan. But it's a
doesn't mean I've
classic
seen
80s
it.
cartoon. It's really good, actually.
Milo!
80s?
Yeah. No, but they remade it. They remade it a few years, 10 years ago or more.
The eye, I know the eye you mean,
Yeah.
Ian, though. Yeah, the eye, yeah.
It's okay. I'm sure it was a fantastic reference. The listeners loved it.
I'm sure some people loved it. Mark got the
Definitely.
reference.
That's what I mean.
People
I'm
will appreciate
going
it.
to send you some stickers, Milo. My Thundercat sticker book I had when I was a kid.
Nice.
I did actually have one, Ian. You'll be proud of me. I did, yeah, I did.
Oh dear. Yeah. Good days. So there's not a lot I can really add. I played the game sparingly this last week, mainly because of my working hours. They were just insane last week. As I say, genuinely quite happy when people sent me the Honedge raids. So did a couple of those. I think got 3 or 4 of those. A couple in the 90s. Nothing particularly great, but you know what? It's not shiny, so the chase will be getting better ones when the shinies become available. But it was a pretty inoffensive event, and there's not a lot more I can add. I'm going to segue very, very subtly into the DMax raid weekend, because I'm sure we've got very, very strong opinions on Latias and Latios. Everyone I spoke to, I think about 2 people got the shinies. The shinies were literally so rare.
Honestly, the shiny rate was just apocalyptic.
And the catch
awful.
rate was abysmal as well.
Oh, the red one was harder to catch, I thought.
It really
for some reason.
was yeah. A
I'm
word
just
I
glad
can't
I've
say.
dexed them both. Yeah, I didn't get the shinies, but as I say, from what I understand, very few people did. I was done. I did about 6 of each, which were all remote because I had a really busy weekend, and I was done. Seriously, I was so over them.
Yeah, I got to agree, 100%. I went out with people and did them in person as a little pocket of 4, and they weren't the worst to take down. It was nice to give the Behemoth Blade adventure effect a bash from Zacian, so that made it easier to take down. But shiny rate, I did 45, maybe 47 battles and got 1 shiny, which in reality, having seen other people's totals and stuff, is actually on the good side. And you think, that's crazy. I got 1 Latios, and I ended up remoting on the final day on the Sunday evening because I was like, I'm not having this. I want my Latias, try and get it. And I'm hearing people say, I did 1 or 2 just to get the decks. I'm thinking that probably was the smartest thing you could have done, honestly.
So the smartest thing to do, because
Definitely the smartest play. Just, it's when one of these things is a max weekend. And the key critical thing is that other max weekends have usually had other things going on with them, like a community day or some kind of hatch event or something along those lines. Thinking back to the Johto Beast, for example. These 2, there was nothing else really going on, apart from the Steel and Scales event, which thankfully was a bit of a nice thing to take your mind off it. So if you're going around chasing these and getting nothing, you think, after a certain point, that whole slogan of like, oh, we want it to be the biggest challenge in the game, it becomes so boring and tiresome. You think, nah, I'm going to go home.
I had one of my locals text me and says, "Oh, are you down to do a couple of these DMax battles?" And he said, "Done a couple this morning. Be prepared for disappointment." And boy, was he right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favourite podcast app now.
And you know what? Go Fest finale. We had a lot more disappointment to come because that is all GMax and DMax battles for the whole weekend. God help us.
They need to boost the shiny rate on them, seriously. Like, if you're thinking how hard they are to take down, and I will give a shout out, Master 27. Thank you for pinging the odd invite my way. I was jumping in a couple of the lobbies.
You're welcome.
It's expensive as well. I know we talk about it.
It's
It's
the
800 max
and you've got the
particles.
remote raid pass.
But you find yourself burning through the resources, I feel, a lot more rapidly than doing remote raids. And it's just, it doesn't feel rewarding.
Well, it's
at
not, is
all.
it, when you get in a really crap Pokemon for all of that effort and investment?
Yeah.
I agree.
But, as we've said before, you don't have to do them.
No, and I think this is the thing. Like, I agree with that mentality, but this is what I say.
Why put them out there then? Let's just not have them introduced at all.
Yeah,
Cut the chase.
Yeah, no, but that's it. That is it. You don't have to do them, but you want to do them.
But that's
something like that happens.
This is how they get you. They play on FOMO.
Yeah, they do. I was just like, I don't know. I saw them popping off. I was like, yeah, this looks fun. I want to give it a go. And you see a few people pop up on X, social media, go, I got mine on my second raid.
Oh, I don't even get me
Got mine
started
my
on social
third
media.
raid.
Yeah.
I got in early. People have done it. It's brilliant. You love all that, don't you? You love all that. You love to see it. You love to
classic
hear it.
social
Only if
media
they
is a
class those as
highlight.
the shiners of the week. I don't just want to see some rando just flexing. Go, first rate
No.
shiny. I'll go away.
Uh,
At least tag us with shiners of the week. Make it worth your while.
yeah.
So we can name you and shame you.
Maybe and shame you. But yeah, I mean, I did some numbers. Obviously, there was a limit on remote raids, and I had other stuff on at the weekend as well. So I did some in person, and I did some remote. So I totaled my numbers, and I did 20 in total.
Yeah.
I caught 14 of them, and 8 of them were the Latios, and 6 were Latias. Nothing good. There was nothing good out of them, and certainly nothing sparkly. And I was there going, to be fair, and I kept going back to it, if this is 1 in 10, I've only done 20, but I don't think they're 1 in 10 on Dynamax.
No.
What are they on Dynamax?
I don't even think it was 1 in 20.
It couldn't have been. But bear in mind the odds. That's 1 in 20 or 1 in 10 for everyone you do. We've talked about this at length over the last 5 years.
Yeah, we had the whole thing from what PayPal Simon said weeks and weeks ago. But if it is 1 in 20, you'd expect people to actually get them.
Yeah, Sue in the chat
And
says
there
she
were
believes they're 1 in 20.
far more stories of people not getting any. I've seen people doing 80 battles and not getting them. And the problem is you've got 2 different Pokemon mixed in with this. If it's one Pokemon, you can kind of go with the RNG. But because you've got 2 different Pokemon, it's tricky because you've got 2 individual sets of numbers to roll around.
You're right, though. There's 2 Pokemon out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
So we look at them all as one, combine one. Listen, it's a numbers game at the end of the day. We're not saying anything new. And to be fair, I think it felt brutal because, right, hear me out. People don't mind raiding if it's 1 in 10 and you can take them down with 18 people, 16 people, 8 people, and it's quick. I was realising this over this weekend. These take time. So
Yeah.
I did one. I did a duo with Christian. Fair play. Me and Sue nearly did a duo together. Didn't quite get the move set right, but we got there with a trio on the next one. I remember doing that. They take time. When you start one, it's like, I'm actually going to need 3 or 4 minutes to do this. And I think that's what probably frustrates people more is I don't mind it taking time because I like the battle. I like the challenge. I think it's quite fun. But going back to the point that we made there, I made earlier, they take time. And I think that's what adds to the frustration. Is you go through the whole rigmarole of 4 minutes of battling. Oh, it's not shiny again. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. And then you're waiting to find another lobby to get people in because actually, as the weekend went on, they were harder to fill.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys felt the same.
Definitely. More and more people were getting frustrated and losing interest. It just, you're right. It feels laborious to a certain point.
Yeah, that's a good word.
It's different if you've got, you're pinging those invites out and people are jumping in. By the way, worth noting, #AskTheIntern, over the course of the weekend, the feature that allowed you to enter a max battle via the friend system went offline and wasn't fixed until I think either late Sunday evening or early Monday morning. So the whole Dynamax weekend, that feature wasn't available. So you couldn't trust on your friends, Marky is in a battle, I'm going to jump in. I had to wait for an invite to make it work. Classic.
Now, I'm not sure when the new feature is going to be released, but there is supposedly, it may already be out for some people, but a recommended people that are likely to jump into your... I don't know if it will be...
So that's why no one was in my list in those raids.
I've got that. It's just the whole thing went offline for the weekend.
Oh, the friends list invites.
Join
the friends list.
A max battle thing at all. So you're pinging invites out and you could only really do them in a batch of 3.
But Mark's in a similar position to me in that we've probably got 300 plus people on our friends list.
Yeah.
And about 3 people jump into raids.
Mm. And the thing is, I didn't realise there was an error with that. So when I looked at my friends list, I was going, well, no one's raiding this. And that's the problem, isn't it? Because it was broken.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, they haven't put anything out and said, there was an error.
Of course not.
Just classic.
Our game doesn't break.
No, a humorous Milo, because obviously, how did the Shiny King do with this? Do we know how he did? Is he allowed to share that? Has he released?
I don't think he did
Shiny King
terribly well.
France.
Yeah, he was busy on the road trip, so didn't do too many of them.
Ah, right.
He did like 5 of them. Didn't get a shiny. Didn't get anything good.
There we go. And I think that's the point, isn't it? Like, I don't mind it being a chase, but I think it's the time they take. And like you said, we've got those other little frustrations. You can't get a team of 4. I mean, in the experience, you need that 4th person to make it safe. I didn't like the fact that you start a time. I got kicked out on a couple where we didn't get it down. And the timer went over and you lost it. And I felt guilty because people lost MP and people lost raid pass because you couldn't retry it after the half-hour timer went past. That was a bit rubbish.
If the battle expired, then you'd lose your pass.
Oh.
The other thing is there's still the bugs and glitches with just max battles entirely, even in person. We were doing battles as a quad, and some battles, one person would randomly just be kicked out of the battle at the start of it for no reason whatsoever. It's not like they're missing GPS, bad service, or anything like that. You just get booted, and you're like, right, we've got to restart the whole damn lobby, redo your teams. There was another glitch with this one, actually. So it was a really bad weekend of glitches. I feel like we actually do need to play the appropriate jingle.
Ask the intern.
I can't believe we did that without leading up to it.
That was seamless.
But just to get it in quickly, ooh la la. There was an issue with reviving in the max lobby as well, because you jump in, if the lobby filled up, or if you were remoting into a max battle lobby and you had half dead Pokemon, you hit the item bag to hit the revives. All it did was present you with Pokeballs, berries, and your evolution items. Think, where the bloody hell are my revives and potions?
That's your fault. You should have revived him before you jumped into battle.
What if it's a quick fire? I'm going to help out somebody in a battle, mate.
Level trainer.
Yeah, exactly, Marky. It happens sometimes. Like, I'm just going to quickly jump in that invite because I can, though I've caught mine. And then you're there with a half-dead Snorlax, and you're like, well, that's fantastic. That's not going to do anything now. And you can't revive it. And it's these little things. The event was 2 days. There were issues with it. It was frustrating. And it's not going to be talked about and discussed apart from us here in this podcast.
We've said many a time, haven't we? I think these aren't new events now, are they? We had this with Dynamax Machamp, didn't we? And that kind of worked. Yeah. And we've now had it with these Dynamax yin-yang Pokemon, as I keep calling them, Latias and Latias. I just find it weird how the game almost goes backwards a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it does something quite well, you think, don't change that. But there were loads of things. Like, I don't know about you, Ian. I don't know about you, Milo. I couldn't dodge an attack for love nor money, no matter how much I was lefting and righting.
You'll still take damage. There's no way you can dodge and not take any damage. But I think we've talked about this more than the subject really warrants, but we'll leave it with
fair
that.
Point.
In my experience from the local people here, so many people are over max battles in a big way.
I don't blame them.
Too expensive.
But
not a reward.
Speaking of things that people are over, Let's look at some news.
Before it's even started.
Is the news.
A little scattering of news on today's show, and we're going to start with an event which has been dropped. The news, the Cozy Companions event. It's going to be coming to Pokemon Go. I've just got an image of like Milo and JT on the snowy beach, lie down with a little spikes in the air. It's very comfortable.
Watching the sunset. Oh no!
Well, in Antarctica, probably just making sure the polar bears don't eat them. But that's just
Wrong polar.
I knew I got it wrong as soon as I said it. The penguins. Let's get it right.
The penguins are going to eat them, are they?
Yeah, maybe.
They're ferocious.
That's my Wallace and Gromit reference to my time in Bristol the other day. But yeah, we've got the Cozy Companions event is here. Or it will be here on Wednesday, August the 6th at 10 a.m. local time. And they'll be running through to Tuesday, August the 12th at 8 p.m. Nearly a week again.
Almost a week, yeah.
And this is a cute Pokemon because we do have a debut, yes. The worm Pokemon Snom and its evolution, Frosmoth, will be making their long-awaited Pokemon Go debut, yes.
Noise.
It's a 400 Snom candy evolution, though.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't really look like a worm, does it?
No, it looks very cute, to be fair. It definitely looks like a moth, though, once it... Well, it looks like a carbink with wings, actually, in a weird way. But
Secretly, Carbink's evolution.
It's a Simian.
I was thinking it looks a bit like Milo after night out, just flat out on the
Simian.
That's what happens when you don't go on a night out with me very often. What does that look like? Yeah, sure, he looks like a moth.
That's how I felt Sunday morning, boys, after our night at the Full Tone Music Festival. It's an event, and it brings a new Pokemon. It's actually, I think, a bit of a fan favourite.
It's
in
a
the more
400
recent
candy evolution.
Yeah. That's what I mean, mate. It's the Magikarp of the current part of the game now, isn't it? You know.
But looking at this, I mean, 2 times XP from hatching eggs.
Yeah, and you'd like to think that the eggs are going to make it worthwhile on this,
Yeah,
but
we
we'll
know that
get
eggs
to
are
that.
a con. That's the problem.
They are a con. And for us, Ian, no, it doesn't really help us. We get the extra special trade a day and shiny debut as well. Oh, Ian.
Ooh.
Ian.
This is one you've been looking forward to, Marky.
Shiny
Oh, I have.
Tandemaus. Nice.
Tandemaus.
Be prepared to be disappointed if you haven't seen Shiny Tandemaus.
It's
still
not
a new
great.
shiny.
Yeah,
It's
and also,
worse than Plusle, Ian. You're going to love it.
But
It'll be
it
your new
means-
favourite
I
Pokemon.
don't
it means
think
as a
any Pokemon
quarter
can be
arms-
worse than Plusle. Even Galarian Corsola isn't as bad as Plusle.
that's a fair point, actually, Ian.
This is worse.
There's a quarter arms here for anyone who knows me. I don't like doing party play. I might have to do some party play because there's an increased
I'm going
encounter.
to give Ash a text.
Getting it well. I think he'll be messaging me when he listens to the show. But yeah,
Go on, Ash.
yeah, we like this as well. There's a bit about the friendship as well, increasing friendship levels quicker, very helpful.
Cool.
For people that want to do that. I need to take note. So, Wild Encounters, boys. We'd like to think there's something good in this event, wouldn't we?
We'd like to
I mean, there's
think so, but
Phantom.
I don't really think that there is.
Well, when you look at that and you go, 4 of the 6 are previous com days.
Yeah, and the only one that
Yes.
not was a Go Fest shiny.
I mean, Phantom, not everyone went to Paris
True.
for Go Fest.
Yeah, true.
So that's okay. And it's a good shiny, but
It's a beautiful shiny. I do.
some
like shiny
trainers
Phantom.
might even encounter the following.
Like
on
my
a lowland
Geodude.
Geodude.
You guys
I
told
encounter
halfway-
one every other bloody spawn. I don't
We went to Amsterdam for it.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ. What were we thinking?
I was thinking road
Only
trip.
you.
Road trip. You may notice that there's something missing from those wild spawns, and it is the new debut Pokemon, Snom, because you're going to have to go through the eggs to get this, and more importantly, through the limited per day 7-kilometer egg pool. But there is a little sprinkling of gold. Is a limited egg pool. So I don't know, boys. 3 of the 4 can be shiny, and the one that can't be shiny is Snom.
Yeah, but he's going to be inundated with Galarian Farfetch'd.
It could be worse.
And Charcadex that start with a 3-9 on them every single
All
time.
the time.
I'd take that if it was
3-9.
shiny. If I had the eyes, I would take it. I don't care. Still need that shiny.
I do agree with you, Ian.
Pancham is not the worst.
No, it's not.
but it did have a
again,
research day earlier in the year.
After
Madrid
the
Go
research
Fest,
day that we
and then,
had, we
Yeah, and the research day.
They're fillers, really, aren't they? For just block out the Snom.
But Snom stays in the game afterwards in the 5k eggs. So let's Let's be grateful. But that'd be a big
That
one.
is something.
Yeah, no one likes 5k eggs, do they? Am I missing something? 5k eggs? Do we like them? Or support them 5k?
You know what?
Yes.
I hatch a
You can
reasonable
find
amount
Todger
of
in
eggs.
there.
Probably not as much as Milo, but I hate egg hatching. It's such a
I do
con.
as well.
The
not good at the moment.
amount of good stuff you get as opposed to bad stuff, it's really not worth the effort or time.
I agree.
The only good thing
I do
is
agree
it's
on that.
passive, as is the timed research, where there'll be 2 free timed researchers for this one.
Whoa! Hold your horses.
Well, apparently there will be
Sorry.
2 free timed researchers available. Timed research rewards include 1 lucky egg, encounters with event-themed Pokemon, including Snom and Tandemaus. So you
Okay.
actually don't need to hatch eggs to get an encounter.
Unless maybe
And more.
that task is hatch 7 eggs, maybe. To get
Catch a 7-kilometer egg.
hatch a 7-kilometer egg.
It probably will be, won't it? It'll probably be something egg hatching.
I hope not. I hope not.
Fantastic.
We also get paid times if you don't want to do if you get sick of all the free stuff, you can spend $1.99 or the equivalent price to in your local currency, and that will allow you to get things like a lucky egg, a star piece, and more encounters with Snom and Tandemaus, and more. So there's more
And more
as
and
well.
more and
I'm
more.
going there. That is not worth the pay for $2.
Not on paper.
not, Ian.
Typically, the
No.
items usually add up to the value, but you literally get 1 egg, 1 star piece.
Yeah, it's not worth it, is it? Look at that
Nah.
alone. No, they've trying their hand a bit there, aren't they?
They don't even give you an incubator
No.
for hatching that 7-kilometer event egg.
What has become of this game?
Scopely. Anyway, moving on.
Scope tick.
Scoped it.
Scopely.
Uh,
We went there, boys. We went there.
we are, but we're going to have to move on quickly because we've got a hatch day. It's finally been announced, and it's actually a good one. I know Marky may have said Igglybuff, and we were all reeling at the concept of that, but folks, rejoice. It's Munchlax.
It is,
Yeah.
and everybody loves Munchie. It's a great little Pokemon. And the shiny, again, it's a good shiny.
Really good shiny. And of course, being an egg hatch event, it's going to be having a shiny boost of 1 in 10. That, again, doesn't mean you're going to hatch 10 eggs and get 1 shiny. That's not how the game works. But there's boosted 2-kilometer eggs. There's going to be 2 times candy for hatching those eggs. But it doesn't say anything about reduced egg distance.
It doesn't, but what it does say is it's Saturday, the 9th of August, so next Saturday. It's a 6-hour hatch day.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
can afford to walk the 2 kilometers.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. I'm pretty sure that's how they've got us here.
I like that. 6 hours. I think that's, it's generous. Generous, isn't it? It's like it gives
Well,
you a
it's
chance.
generous, but then if you've not got the half hatch distance, then you're only going to hatch the same amount of eggs as if you'd done the 3-hour one.
That's it.
with
You
reduced
basically got the
distance.
same event, but it just expanded out to take
The
more
bonus
of your
away.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people might not be able to do it over the 3 hours. It gives them a wider window as well, which is kind of like they
That's
do that
true.
little bit.
That is true.
Saturdays are a weird day actually because, I'm not speaking for everybody here, but a lot of people work weekends that are sort of like studying, playing the game. That sort of might have weekend other commitments. We know all that. We're not telling anything that's brand new here. But I like the idea of a wider window for us guys. That listen, do we have shiny Munchlax already? I got lucky with one. I have got one.
Yeah, I got the 1.
You got the one as well. So this is, we all know, good chance of getting a Shundo. We like the odds, don't we, with egg hatching? Certainly Hundos are very much more common on these days. But
They're not for me.
likewise, Ian. I'm just
They're really
for
not
someone
for
they
me.
will be. For someone they will be. But I don't know how I feel about this. I feel better than if it had been Igglybuff, even though I do need an Igglybuff shiny.
Definitely.
It's a good choice. I mean, it'll get people out. I do feel like they've literally taken the Michael just a little bit, dude, and taken the bonus away, but made you work twice as hard.
Yeah, dude, not
Yeah.
cool. Not cool.
Dude,
No,
not cool, dude.
No, not cool, dude.
Because the
No.
thing is, even if you couldn't, for example, do the 3-hour session, you could still, perhaps just spin a few stops and incubate the eggs on a reduced distance and do it maybe more passively. That's how I've heard other people have played the hatch day in the past. Whereas this, you're going to have to whack them in, do a full 2 kilometers or the 1.3 if you burn supers.
Or waste your supers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to take a bit more time. And I'm wondering if it's just sort of to fill the day, because that's, as we know, there is something coming on August the 10th. So it's another double stacked weekend.
And this is the thing, we've talked about it before. Maybe we'll get into it later, but They want you to be playing this game all day, every day. We're seeing the events now. They're running 6 days for a week event. And then every weekend, it's Saturday and Sunday.
And it
The amount of
overlaps as
screen time that
well.
the Pokemon Go team are expecting of their player base at the moment, I think it's getting untenable, to be honest.
Well, speaking of things that they're expecting you to do, is never miss out on a paid time research. Of course, it's $1.99 US or the equivalent in your local currency. And this time, it's not reduced egg distance, but it's double hatched dust, which that's not worth it, people. Just saying it out loud.
2K
Because
eggs.
it's 2K eggs. So you're going to get like an
it's
extra
$2 and you do get 2 super
400
incubators
dust.
and a star piece. That is worth the money.
Yes, correct, Vasa. Agree. Monetarily, the items make sense, but yeah. I mean, actually, to be fair, like throw the bonus in, but yeah, you're hatching 2s. It kind of makes no difference. But it's a hatch day. It's cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to personally do this one because I'll be watching Pendulum at Milton Keynes Bowl the entire day. So unless they happen to have Pokestops
You
there,
can't put your phone on a pendulum, Milo. That's naughty.
ha ha ha,
Well,
swinging it around my head.
nah, Milo,
Bit of sock.
Yeah.
no, they have Pokestops at MK Bowl. They have quite a few actually, and you will be walking around MK Bowl and dancing, so you'll be at least hatching at least 1 or 2 batches of
Like
them.
one batch of eggs.
Well, it would be funny, Milo. That'd be something different for you. Do something real life and playing an event at the same time. That could be different, you know. Pendulum,
Do
listen
this
to
all the
music.
time.
I hide a shiny munchie.
Maybe,
Yeah, I know,
but
you know what I mean.
You know
but
how
yeah.
we talk about doing things different? Well, August Go Pass is not doing anything different.
No, it's
it's
not.
basically copy-paste
different
of
bird.
every other Go Pass.
It's
However,
an entirely different kind of thing.
no, it is. You
Species.
get Moltres this month.
Give over.
I thought it'd been unpheasant. I don't know.
Unpheasant.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Well, we knew it was coming, didn't we? We'd had
Yeah,
our
so the
Kakuna
Go
with
Pass
that,
is available from the 5th of August, so this coming Tuesday, and it will run through to September 2nd.
There we go.
But
Wow.
again, we've said it for the last few months. Copy.
Paste.
And
Enjoy
lucky
it.
trinket. That's basically it. Doesn't matter about the bird. Get the lucky trinket.
Exactly.
I was proud of myself, boys. I didn't get the
You didn't get
premium
it?
one this time around. I didn't do the
Oh.
premium one. I felt
So
bad
Wow.
for it.
Marky has already done that. I reckon he won't get another premium track now. Like, he's done.
think
Bish
he's
bash
done?
bosh. Yeah.
I think
Mark
I
has
think we
lost the
just,
FOMO.
yeah. I think to be honest with you, we have said it before, haven't we? Lucky trinkets just guarantee you a 10-10-10, don't they? Lucky.
12-12-12,
Oh,
dear
sorry.
boy.
Oh wow, a 12-12-12.
It's
It
2 points
guarantee
better
you-
on each stat.
A 12-12-12 lucky Pokemon. Brilliant.
For £8.
For exactly. £8 for a 12-12-12.
There's your thumbnail straight away.
Absolutely.
And boys, we finally know what is going down after Munchlax, because August the 10th, the Sunday, is a 6-hour raid day for the origin forms of Palkia and Dialga. They're back. Who'd have thought? Recycling.
6-hour raid day.
6
Dude,
hours.
Seriously.
Dude, not cool.
Dude.
That's a double dose of 6-hour events, because obviously Munchlax is 6 hours, as we said. This is 6 hours now. That's a long one.
Yeah.
Dude has a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, he does. But
Dude.
I mean,
Dude.
you know, I'm just going to say, and if you haven't got these in your collection, these 2 things, if you get them on these Pokemon, will make your lives a bit nicer, but also resource dragged down. Raw time and spatial rent. Oh, they just turn me on. Those 2 things do. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh la la.
They are, aren't they?
Those adventure effects.
Oh,
They really are. They're some of the most useful Pokemon, actually. So unless you're chasing a particularly good one, fair enough, or chasing the shiny. But if you just want to get one for an adventure effect, get the one. You're going to have the free passes, etc.
fair enough. Yeah.
Make sure you get Dragon Mega down. These are 2 incredibly useful Pokemon.
Well, they are. And one thing I will say is obviously it's more of a news piece and a discussion piece, but I still have PTSD from trying to get these back at Sinnoh Tour in Pasadena
Oh, they were tough
because they
back
would
then.
not shine for me.
Me
I
neither.
luckily did get like one of each, and I've got multiples of each now. But when these were first released, they were beautiful shinies, certainly Dialga in particular, but they were so hard to actually get.
They were horrible, weren't they? They were horrible. But the raids you guys did, I remember like on your vlogs, I was like watching it and you were going, no, still not sure. And I was like, was it that bad? You were like, it was horrendous. It was horrendous.
It was horrific back at Sinnoh Tour. But hopefully this is a raid day, so it will have the raid
Hopefully
day shiny
1 in
boost.
10.
Yeah. Two great Pokemon, Origin Form, Dialga, Palkia. Realistically speaking, do we need to go into too much more detail? Because it's standard raid day bonuses, right?
Yeah. Boost on the remote raids, the free passes from spinning photo discs, and then there's the event ticket as always
And
for a
of course, the boost on
£5.
the remote raids, we're talking 20.
Yes,
on
up
each
to
day.
20.
Yeah.
It's honestly
Fill your
copy-paste for
boost.
the raid
I mean,
day.
one thing that it is pretty much a standard, that the Pokemon Go team are going to try and get $5 out of you for an event ticket, and that'll
Yeah.
give you all of the usual add-ons, so the additional 8 raid passes, Candy XLs, and all the other jazz that you would get from that $5 ticket.
Bless them. Bless them. But
Yeah.
these are fun, aren't they? These are fun Pokemon. We love the Origin forms, I think.
Well, they are, but again, not being that guy, do we really need 6 hours of these?
If you can't play it, obviously, because you're working and then you can do a little bit, then maybe.
Yeah, which is
but
what
you're
we said
right,
for
yeah.
the other event. But do we really need 6 hours?
No.
I think 3 hour raid day is enough.
I don't
Milo's
think
sat there
anyone,
shaking
apart
his
from
head.
maybe a few hardcore raiders, will do 6 hours. People will probably nip in for an hour to
Yeah.
3. Maybe they'll push it to 4 if they really, really want to go for it. Because this is obviously before the GoFest Max finale, and there's a whole load of raid bits and pieces that people might want to save for, which we know the details of. So play it as you will.
I get that, but I can definitely feel a chat coming on, because I think that the Pokemon Go team is expecting a lot out of its player base at the moment.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
They're asking
Absolutely.
for a lot of commitment from people.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about that later, I think. But yeah.
But moving away from the news, boys, we've had some WhatsApp messages. And I say some. Yes.
More than one? Ooh.
So yes, it's that time of the weekend. We actually bumped one of these messages from last week. So we'll start straight away with a voice message, a week late, from Charlie.
So I learned the lesson after the last message I sent you. I'm going to try and not speak so fast.
Thank
so yeah,
you.
I met Mark at the weekend. On Wednesday, sorry, for the Manchester truck. Amazing seeing him. It was so fun. Managed to get 2 shinies of Pikachu with the background. Love it.
Lovely.
So like I said, I'll trade one with Milo if he still wants it. Because he couldn't go. And if it's still okay to get a London background one, if possible. No pressure if not. Also today,
don't I get one?
The Go Safari dates got announced. Are you boys on about going to it at any point? Just curious. I might be going. Sorry about the background noise. I'm actually at work. Sorry about
Real life, innit?
yeah, the town that's going on past hopefully doesn't beep. Yeah. So are you guys on about going to any of the dates? I might be going to the Amsterdam one, hopefully, because I found out it falls on my birthday.
Oh, nice.
So that's what my plan is.
Have some birthday cake out there, Charlie.
Curious if you guys are on about going to it as
Birthday brownie.
Hmm?
Oh, I think that's a message.
That is the message. But yes,
yeah, well,
birthday
I think
brownie.
it's safe
Bring
to
it
say
on.
that we'll be going to one of the events. I'm heavily leaning towards Amsterdam. I think we said this last week, and I think Milo's heading towards the beach.
Brownies for Ian, I think, and then
Sangria.
Sandcastles for Milo. Jeez.
We'll see, but we'll definitely end up somewhere, I'm sure about that. But
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you very much, because I know you messaged about the background, but I got my lucky one off Pavnoko at the London road trip. So Ian can take your Manchester.
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't
Ch-
offended. I'm not upset. I'm not heartbroken.
Charlie, lovely to meet you, mate. Thanks for finding me. Thanks for spending time with me. And actually, thanks for helping with recording some of the pictures as well. You're a top lad, actually, mate. It's really nice to meet you. Obviously, though, we've spoken through the podcast beforehand. And yeah, really, really, you got the shiny. A lot of people didn't in Manchester. It was a bit of a strange one, but yeah, let Ian have it, please.
Yes, Vassafal can have
Do
it.
it for
and
Ian.
There's many London ones awaiting. And definitely save one for sure.
And moving on to our next WhatsApp message, it's the OG.
Yo, it's bad to the bone like PayPal Simone. Hello, chaps. Just checking in to update you. Now I've got back from my week at the Manor House Hotel in Devon.
Hopefully it was a jolly good
You'll
show.
recall my previous message was me sort of gushing about how excited I was about this Pokemon map I've single-handedly cultivated down there. And yeah, it certainly didn't disappoint. Pulled up in the car park, and good to see my approved stop from last year was on the map. And I got another one approved while I was down there as well, which was fantastic.
Nice.
Pokemoning there is very good, actually, and it was at a nice moment. Me and Barbara were wandering around the hotel, and both had our phones out and both doing a bit of catching. And she was asking me about this, that, and the other. Can you get a shiny one of these? And some man walked over to us and was like, "You playing Pokemon?" And we were like, "Yeah." And we had a good old chat with him, and we're now friends with him in a game. And
friends.
Explained to him that the Pokemon area he was enjoying was done by my dainty fair hand. I ended up making friends with him and chatting to him throughout the week.
I put all these stops
trades and stuff like that. So it was awesome. And like genuinely feel insanely proud about what I have done there. There was so many people playing the game, people in gyms, people joining in legendary raids and stuff like that. Couldn't quite have enough people there to do one of those Latios or Latias Uber Mega Raid things, whatever they are.
They have 3 people.
Things.
We only need 4 people, Simon.
Jumping into lobbies, but I just thought, no, not a chance. There was a lot of like young people playing the game, low level types, types.
That's a problem.
Day mugs. But yeah, had a lovely time, and just wanted to get back in touch because nothing makes me happier than when you play my voicemail messages.
Do you know what? It's like,
and if any of you are visiting the South Coast for some biome thing, as per the episode I've just heard to, well, you've got my phone number, and you'll experience Mark II Pen Pal Simon, which is far less of a handful than Mark 1. Happy to travel down to Brighton if you do go there, Milo, or if any of you end up in Portsmouth, do let me know.
Well, we all remember.
I mean, you probably don't.
It's okay.
Love you.
We all remember our first holiday romance, Simon. I hope Barbara forgave you for you and your male friend running around playing Pokemon together. Coops. Yeah. I love it. All by doing, I've created this playground. I love that. So
Milo's getting all the love today. Me and you would get nothing, Mark.
Well, I didn't have his number because I haven't bothered with the WhatsApp number for Incensed.
To be fair, Ian, we wouldn't. We love Portsmouth, don't we? But I think that's probably not happening again, is it? I'm joking.
Well, the university haven't invited us for a second time. If they did, who knows?
We'd be there. We'd be in that abyss again. Get us back down there.
They haven't even messaged us. Jesus Christ, honestly.
I like Simon. Simon's hilarious, isn't he?
But, good stuff, Simon. I'm glad.
Thanks for sending that in.
All those people are enjoying all of your POIs.
Your dainty hands. Your fair dainty hands.
But boys, it's a bumper week this week. We have one more WhatsApp message.
What? Another one?
We've got a third, this time from HBoss97.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm going to call that I got the first UK shiny Rookity. I was on my phone, 9:59, the hour turned 10, first click was a Rookity, and it well shined. Literally, I'm going to call that I got the UK's first shiny Rookity. It was so cool. The video's attached. Guys, literally, it is 10 a.m. The first spawn of the event was a shiny Rookity.
That took me off guard.
The first spawn. I literally just clicked on it. It's 10 a.m. Oh my god. This is the first shiny Rookity in the UK. Literally, I'm calling it. What? The first click? The first click?
Is that Nexton?
It sounded a bit like it, didn't it?
It was a bit too Welsh, wasn't it, to be Nexton?
It was the Welsh Nexton. No, mate.
Nexton. Love that.
Enjoy your Rookity when it's still uncommon. I mean, that's some
That's
so rare for about 5 weeks.
Click at 10 a.m. Yeah.
It was probably like a shiny Weedle or something when he got flipped over. Yeah,
sat there waiting. I've got myself a shiny Natu. I'll watch the switch over. It's a Rookity. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I mean, I'm a firm believer, and I think me and Ian I think we get frustrated that we can't start an event just as it goes live, because I always get the feeling that is when the magic usually happens on that flick over to 10 a.m. But well done.
Yeah, shiny Rookity.
Yeah, very well done. Nice. First time caller was us up for the show as well.
Thanks for sending that in.
I don't think so. Yeah. Is it? Let me just see.
I think it's a first time voice message.
Yeah, first time voice message.
You should have definitely put hashtag Shannon's the week on that. No, thanks for sending that in. And yeah, big congrats. I do think that probably is the first UK Rookity, because my better half got hers, what was it, like 10-20 or something from a Dynamax battle.
Was that JT's one, was it?
No, it's definitely not my better half.
You see better half. That's either Francesco or JT, surely.
Sorry, low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry, that was low-hanging fruit. But no,
he's actually got out of his chair.
Go away.
Going to threaten you.
Go away, Milo. Get him. Tell him to leave us alone.
JT's like, I'm not his bed half. I'm his man.
Oh, hello. But no, I mean that's got to be a first, hasn't it? Like any time the event flicks over to 10 a.m, that's proper good.
It was literally on the flick over, unless somebody tapped it like a tenth of a second quicker. Then it's got to be the first one.
Get them fast fingers.
That sounds like someone's nickname I used to know at school, Fast Fingers. Anyway, moving on.
I wonder how they got that.
So that is good. Nice to have some people messaging in and lovely to hear some new voices.
You know what it is? Please drop us a voice message. +44 759 269 5696. Voice messages, please, people. Call to action.
I like a call to action. I've got a call to arms, Ian. But I prefer
it's like those people that say about 20 times in their videos, let me know in the comments below. We're just saying, just send us a voice message.
Just send us it. We don't need any more. Just send us a voice message. That's all we're interested in.
On +44 759 269 5696.
Now we'll see if Mark can remember the number.
The one that the guys have just said. But yeah, fantastic.
Good. Nice.
I can't remember where I went this morning.
Welcome, trainers.
I can't remember where I went this morning, let alone a flipping number. But I'll get better, guys.
It's called Mark.
It's cool. Well, yeah, exactly. But no, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion now. I keep listening to people talk about it. You're going away on holiday. Those were like the halcyon days of Pokemon Go. I remember that. The reason people did that was it built up areas for future events, but it also felt like events, you had a bit of time to plan for them. And I kind of feel that the game, probably in the last sort of period of a year, maybe a little bit longer, seems to be a little bit more chaotic in the event calendar now. And I think, those things that you had time to do in between events seem to not be really, well, unless you still enjoy doing that's your passion for the game. It feels like there's a lot of stuff distracting people now. And I think, I saw certainly this week a couple of big creators who do graphics for events openly admitting that their graphics are getting really cluttered now because the formatting they use kind of has events, different ones on same days now, and time segments across, and it just looks messy. And whilst I'd imagine people that create the game aren't too concerned about people and their graphics that they're putting out for it, it kind of asks the question, is Pokemon Go getting a bit too event heavy now? What do we think?
It's an easy answer for me. It's a big fat yes. We touched on it earlier in the episode, and we've talked about this in previous weeks. It's almost like and we know how mobile gaming works, we know how businesses work, they want your screen time, but it seems like they want you on this game 24/7, 7 days a week, or 365 days a year. They want you on this game all the time. And the events are really reflecting that, because we have events Saturday, we have events Sunday. Now they're putting out events that start one day and then run for 6 whole days. So you pretty much have 7 full days of any event. It's getting, in my opinion, a little bit too much.
I've got to be honest, I don't mind having the opportunity there, because as we know, not everybody is able to go out on the first day of an event. Not everybody's going to have the opportunity to do every single event. And to be fair, we have made comments multiple times about repetitions and recycling of things. We had recycled DMax, for goodness sake, already. It's one thing to say that events are getting too cluttered, but I agree with that sentiment, but I'll get back to that.
You can't not agree with it, can you? Because it's literally, it's
crazy. It really is crazy. But at the same token, the events are put on so that you have an opportunity to play something if you like it. And it's entirely up to you whether you participate. For example, we talked about Munchlax Hatch Day. I've already got plans for that. I'm very unlikely to be able to pick up and do the Hatch Day. Yeah, I definitely can't do the Hatch Day because they won't let me take a camera into the gig. That's a damn certainty.
So take your cell phone in, can't you?
You can do, but it's that thing of, I've already got a shiny Munchlax. Will I be able to hatch many eggs? Probably not. If there's stops, it will be kind of a godsend. But that's how life is. And, we had plans on EV Community Day Classic. I know we joked about that. It's the 3rd EV Community Day. So if it's your 3rd EV Community Day and you don't really care for it, you didn't have to really play those hours if you didn't want to. However,
go on.
However, when you've got, I think there was an event time slot recently last week where there were 4 events overlapping at the same time.
Yes.
And you think, I remember the days, I mean, we've come a long way since it, but where they couldn't even overlap 2 events without something going wrong. So how on earth?
Merry Community Day.
That's the one I'm thinking of. It was all broken and nothing was ever done or said about it because there were Kanto events going on at the same time. So when it becomes a bit too clustered and you have to have an Excel spreadsheet to know what's going to spawn when and where. So we had recently, there was the start of the Steel and Scales event, but on that same day was the final day of the Summer Concert event. And within that was Jigglypuff Spotlight Hour, all going on. So at some point within 2 hours, you had 3 different events all clashing and going crazy. Now, you don't have to play that hour, as I said, if you don't want to, and God's sake, who cares for Jigglypuff Spotlight Hour? But it does get a bit overwhelming, and certainly to the more casual person, you know, they open up the game and go, what the bloody hell's going on here? I thought it was supposed to be this, and it's not. And then there's the whole thing with everything seems to be focused on the paid features of the game these days. Eggs, Gmax, DMax, raids, megas.
I mean, that's been in the sort of last 6 to 9 months of Niantic, and certainly
paid
now we're in the
tickets and
Scopely
everything.
Era, then it was always going to happen.
Yeah.
I think for me, like, guys, without meaning, I'm not going to pick specific events because I think this weekend coming up, like, you know, I'll use this as an example, but like, you know, we joke about it. We say, right, I want to go and travel on Saturday to play Adventure Week. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to travel somewhere. However, you've also got a Dynamax raid weekend on the same weekend that you've got Adventure Week.
Yeah, on the Sunday.
Yep.
We've got the season. We know how the season works. We get all that. But then you have, I think there's another event for some.
There's a research day on the Saturday.
The Fossil Research Day as well.
Yeah.
So
Tyrant and Amora. Yeah.
And listen, I think we're fortunate that all those events, in terms of what me personally, I'm looking for, it kind of works. As long as the wild spawns stay true to the Adventure Week, the research tasks in that time give me Amora and Tyrant, and the Dynamax raids are Butterfree. I hope it overlaps like that, but my fear is there's too much going on in the calendar. And I think Sue asks a very good question. Do we think this is just event heavy to the end of the Go Fest season? So like when the Max finale comes around, or do we think this is just a sign of things to come now? I don't know.
I don't know, because it's been like this for the last 3 months. So it has been this whole season.
It's been the last season as well. The last season was the first time I think we had back-to-back events on weekends, and we'd never had that before, aside from Go Fests. And I think actually was our time when we did Barcelona. So you had the City Safari and then the Con Day for Timber straight after it.
So
but that's only impacting people, who are going to the City Safari. So it's like, oh, they get 3 days of gameplay. Everybody else just had the Con Day. Whereas now it's like, I mean, bless the community ambassadors. A lot of them are getting burnt out because they're expected to make these events and host them and attend them, more importantly. You think, nobody has every day on every weekend of every year available. It's insane.
It's funny you say that. I was talking to community ambassador about the upcoming Go Fest finale. Now, that is a lot of pressure because of the rotating max battles for all of the Gmax ones. These community ambassadors are expected to host battles for 7 hours a day.
It's crazy. What they're going to have to do is put their faith in their community of understanding that.
And I said to them, I said, like, there's no way you can be expected to do that for both days. You're going to burn out.
Yeah. But then there's an event straight after that, back to back. I think the weekend after there's Rookedy Community Day, and then there's a raid day, I think, on the 31st, a mega raid day.
And then you've all the other events that CAs are expected to do. Your Spotlight Hours, not necessarily Spotlight Hours, but your raid hours.
You've got Max Mondays as well.
Max Mondays.
When you start factoring everything in that you could do if you had absolutely nothing else going on, but everybody does.
Maybe they'll give CAs like the new ones a flag with a payroll number, maybe as part of it. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. They all do, bless them. They do it for free.
Yeah.
If somebody tried to do that to my schedule, I'd tell them to bugger off.
That's the thing, is we know how communities are. Communities want to make sure that everybody tries to get the best, and as soon as someone feels like they've missed out, that's when it sort of turns, doesn't it? Yeah, I do think, though, I do feel for these CAs. I've said it all the time, and I think as they've evolved on the journey, and I get it, there's this, Niantic have made more people CAs, and I guess they're hoping that having multiple ones in an area will take some of that pressure off. But we all know, people are territorial. I mean, I'm not saying people fight amongst each other, but again, it's another layer of complication where actually it should split the workload a little bit. But again, it's just communicating, isn't it? It's people just talking to each other. That's, inevitably one of the things that a lot of people sometimes struggle with, and I think that's what it just comes down to. But like we talk about areas now that have now got where it's worked, haven't we? We've seen the journey of people that listen to the show and how their communities have built up over the years we've been doing this. And I think that is just testament to the whole process. And again, I love the work they do.
I think it's quality.
Yeah.
Definitely. And seeing it firsthand, the effort that they put in definitely seems to benefit and reward their community, which is great.
Yes.
But they themselves are supposed to be the figurehead and are there all the time. And if the calendar is as full as it has been, and I know we've mentioned maybe some events are a little bit lacking, but events cover a lot of different bases and times.
They do.
And we are looking at it like, what would you cherry pick, perhaps? Yes, the weekend events, obviously, for most people, who, there are people, as you said, Marky, who work weekends, who can't do these, which is unfortunate, but they're kind of like the prime events.
Yeah.
Then you've got the ones that run through the week, which, yes, are now 6 days. I personally don't have an issue with the length of an event. If it's 6 days, it means that people can dip in and out of it as they please, maybe more easily. But if there's somebody who's expected to do these events all the time, it is too much. And that's where you end up looking at it going, really, do we care for Spotlight Hour? Do we care for Raid Hour that much? Max Mondays are hopeless, as we joke about at the end of every single show.
I think also the back-to-back weekend events, because it's not giving anybody any free time. And yes, I know we've said you don't need to do them, but for somebody that enjoys the game and loves playing the game, you do have that sort of investment where you feel you have to. Yes, it's FOMO, but
that's not a bad thing. We want a game to give us FOMO, don't we? Yeah.
You've got things on, you've got commitments, but you don't want to not be enjoying the game and playing the game. And when there's the expectation that there is something good on, just one day from a weekend would be more than enough. I don't think anyone would complain that they had a free day where they didn't feel obliged to play.
I think the one weekends were really good because it meant that even if they decided, hey, it's Saturday or Sunday, doesn't matter. You knew the day that the event was going on, and the event announcements have been really good. Save the dates and everything, giving people plenty of heads up. That's quality. And say, right, that weekend, not necessarily knowing what the Pokemon is, but hey, there's a research day. We're going to do that one for sure. I don't know. It's that thing of when there's double back-to-back paid featured events, you've got a GMAX and then a raid day. That stings quite heavily as well, because then they always go, and the remote raid cap is unlimited, or it's up to 30 now, and your expectation, just because it's being offered to you, is to burn the Pokecoins, which is where I'm like, this weekend's okay, because we had the research day, which is a free event, really. It's just your time you're investing in it, get the research tasks. But the GMAX, unless you get very lucky, like the people did with Latios and Latias, you may have to burn some particles and be the judge of whether you think Butterfree is worth it, But it can get time-consuming and expensive.
And that's the problem. And Sue, again, has asked what I think is actually quite a good question. She's asked, do you think the Pokemon GO team is testing out a more full calendar versus fewer events and see how people are reacting? Maybe they're trying to get a feel for what the community wants. I can't speak for the community, but I can speak for myself. And I do not want my only time off from work being consumed with long weekend events. Yes, you might say, oh, it's only 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday, but that's actually quite a lot of time, really, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things. And yes, you could argue for us as content creators, yes, it's content, but there's a trade-off there,
Again, that comes down to personal preference. Not every creator does every single event, which is entirely fair, and that boils down again to the individual. If there's an event that I'm not particularly caring for, and more importantly, if I've already got something booked and in place, I'll happily leave it, and you've got to make that conscious decision yourself. It's up to you as the player to decide how much you decide to invest and what is worth your time. That's something we can't really quantify here on the show because everybody's their own individual. Some people might say GMAX Butterfree is the be-all and end-all. I must do absolutely everything on it.
To somebody, it will be their favourite Pokemon.
Yes, exactly. Whereas, I'm probably more hyped personally for this weekend, which was the research day, just because I really like Tyrant, and it's a free event, and it's a big shiny boost on it, the best shiny
I
boost
will
you
be
can
trying
get.
to get some more of those blue boys.
It's great.
Just for Zoe.
That's quality. The Tyrant and the Aurora thing's fantastic, and each to their own. The thing for me is the organisation, because even we organising this show every week on the show, and it's like, right, what the bloody hell's coming up? What's been announced? What's happening when? Which event's ending today? Which one started tomorrow? When they overlap, that's when it becomes a real cluster of chickens.
And you can see it on the infographic.
cluster chuck.
The infographic
Cluster
for
chuck,
events
yes.
is just getting bigger. The infographic for events, we saw this with August specifically. The infographic for events is just getting bigger. It used to be 2 lines. Now it's what, 3.5?
It's just crazy, really.
It's just less is more. Pokemon
Yeah.
Go team.
I think we sort of experienced it at the start of this crazy turnaround when we were in Milan, that City Safari, because we had that fear, didn't we, that bug event or whatever it was, the event was going to take it on, wasn't it? Do you remember that, when we thought it was going to cut short one of the days, and like it didn't cut it short? We all went, oh, thank goodness. But the research
Yeah, we
tasks
still had the City Safari and the research day.
Yeah, but
yeah, the overlap. That's something that the Valaman has just mentioned, is the interception of the road trip. You know, the research day intercuts with Valencia for the road trip, which was yesterday, as you're listening to this, perhaps. That's the other thing, is the trade-off, you know.
I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to go back to what Ian said at the beginning. I totally subscribe to the fact you don't have to do it, but at the same time, I enjoy the game, and I loved FOMO when it was one event and there was a gap, and if I missed it, I missed it. But then there was the gap, and then there was something else. I think now you have to force yourself to miss it, because just by how much there is just too much other stuff going on, which actually I don't think it's FOMO anymore. I think it's literally just I can't do it anymore now, and it's kind of, and it does sort of break that a little bit, and I think that's sad. But maybe they're testing something. Maybe this is, like we said, all part of the plan, and see what this does to the revenue of the game. Maybe, do you know what? Throw you a free event in the middle of it, but have paid events either side. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of. If you look at the events by type, they are all very different, aren't they? They allow for every type of player to get something maybe from it. So, but to us, we all want to play a bit of every event, don't we? That's what we enjoy doing.
Well, that's why we play the game. But I personally, just to end this and not repeat ourselves, I am starting to feel that it is getting too much. I'm certainly feeling it.
Yeah,
I think there's a common sentiment.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I feel the same. But I do want a shiny Dynamax Butterfree, Milo, with the costume and the shiny boost.
Gigantamax, dear boy.
Gigantamax, sorry.
It's a gigantic
G-Max,
Butterfree.
G-Max Butterfly. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a rarity. All this talk about shiny Wiglets has got me thinking we needed to get the poll out, and we did do it, and it was very relevant.
Get the Wiglet out.
Sorry, did I say Diglett? Get the Wiglet out.
No, you said Wiglet. You said Wiglet.
Whip out your Wiglet.
Get the Wiglet out.
Whip out my bronzed Wiglet. But yes, it was a good chat we had tonight, and we are going to very, very, very much quickly run through this. But we did ask the people on our X platform, do you prefer in Pokemon Go the following? We went a rammed event calendar, fewer events with 3 days, or don't care. We like that answer. It's always quite helpful.
It's good. Covers all the bases.
We're just going to read a couple of responses to it first. It's AXISX has put less events but higher quality ones. Every Saturday and Sunday next month has something. That's too much. And our boy Chicken Chaser 89 has put, I can tell the plan is to fill the 3 days, 3 days in little hyphens there, with less desirable events like Mega Absol Raid Day. As long as people still pay for those, they're going to keep existing. We just have to
Chicken Chaser.
He has, hasn't he? We just have to get better at picking and choosing what we participate
100%.
in. Couldn't have worded that any better. So the results are as follows. In joint second place with 11% for each response, we've got don't care / a rammed event calendar, which means with 78% of the vote. Fewer
it's
events
overwhelming. Yeah,
with 3
expected
days, please.
Yeah, Pokemon Go team, please listen. The people have spoken.
They have. Thank you for speaking. Anyway, we'll talk about going from events. So let's get some games in the mix, because I think Milo wants to play with us, Ian.
What?
I think he does.
You what?
You what?
Chasing the tail. Chasing the tail. Tail to chase. It's chasing the tail.
Feels like an eternity since we did this one, boys.
Doesn't it?
It's been so long since we played this game.
Very much so. And in that case, it's probably going to be an incredibly short game. So, folks, you who may be new
That's what she said.
to the show, moving swiftly on, it may be a
Milo.
interesting game, but how do you play it? Well, it is a word association game to do with the names of Pokemon. I shall begin the round, and I'll say the name of a Pokemon, and the following person has to name a Pokemon where the beginning letter matches the last letter of the preceding Pokemon. Not going to give an example because that will be how the game starts, as it always seems to do. But that's basically it. And we go until either someone makes a mistake, someone realizes someone's made a mistake, or they can't think of a Pokemon. It is quick fire. You get about 4 or 5 seconds to think of your Pokemon. It's last host standing, really. So, boys, are we ready for this epic game? It is a personal favourite, and it's a listener favourite. So,
As well as I'll ever be, Milo.
shall we give it a bash?
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a bash.
Okay, the order's going to be myself, Ian, and Mark, and then we'll loop around, of course. Ian, your Pokemon to begin is Munchlax,
Xerneas.
Swaddle.
Esper,
Riolu.
Umbreon.
Noivern,
Nidobat.
Nidobat,
What? Nidobat. Nidobat.
Ian's got the Pokemon Fusion website up on his monitor right now.
Where did that even come from?
The Nidobat.
I was thinking Noibat.
If you'd carried on, though, you would have actually been A-OK.
It's the third Nido. It's coming out in Gen 12.
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus.
Gen-
Oh.
It's Gen 10, Gen X. Nidobat.
Oh.
Oh, Ian. I needed that. I think we all needed that.
That was quality.
All right. Okay.
Well, Ian, you get to start and decide who's going to win this.
Nido King. JT's put in the chat, Nido King, Nido Queen, and everyone's favourite, Nidobat.
Nidobat.
Does that fuse with the Crossman fuses with Nido?
Oh my God, yes.
Nala.
Dawn Wings
Nala.
Necrozma. Someone make up some mock-up art.
I
Come on.
cannot tell you how warm it is in this room. I would just like to say I am actually melting.
Nidobat.
You know what else is melting? It's Nidobat.
That's got to be the title of the show.
All right, okay. Are you ready?
Let's go. It's over to Marky, and then it's a head-to-head.
Oh dear.
Marky, your Pokemon for the final round is Mischief.
Oh, he's done it again.
That's
hasn't he?
rude.
Fennekin, is that right?
I'm sure. I think that's right.
Ooh.
Now I'll go Noibat.
Not Nidobat.
Tyrant.
Togekiss.
Oh my goodness, I've frozen.
That is way more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't think of an S.
I'm not controlling the soundboard, so I couldn't even
It's
jump in.
Cyber.
Milo's been
Oh, it's too late now, Marky.
No
You see, I
sound
was-
effect. I didn't hear a sound effect,
Oh,
Milo.
I played one.
It is late, I heard it.
Well done, Milo.
Oh, my bay, Togekiss came to the rescue.
Peakily.
Fantastic. Well, it's not a valiant victory because the most valiant thing was Ian's fusion on this one. Genuinely, I want to see that. GoFest 26, it better bring in Nidobat.
Gen 10, boys, I'm telling
Make
you.
it happen.
Gen 10.
It does mean that perhaps, Marky, next week I can bring in my favourite wordplay association, and one of them might be Nidobat.
Oh, do it.
You can figure it out.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That was fun. Well done, Ian. You made me laugh so much with that.
That's very good.
See, look at the sweat dripping off it. I am literally, I was so, and it's not just being a blithering idiot. Anyway, speaking of blithering idiots, the people that sent these next messages into us are definitely not blithering idiots. It's time for hashtag.
Nice. Of the week.
I wonder if anyone's had a shiny Nidobat.
Oh dear.
You just wait.
Nidobat.
What colour is shiny Nidobat? I'm going to say grey.
Which Nido are you going for?
I
Have you
don't
got
know.
blue or purple to go for, and then
Let's go
Noibat's
Ben
green?
Affleck.
So Nidobat has a beard, or
I'm Nidobat.
well, I'm going to jump straight on in with one from our Patreon exclusive Discord. Thanks very much, and shout out to Walty Woozle, who has sent in some good Dynamax luck, and it's nothing to do with Latios and Latias. It's better things. Back-to-back Dynamax raids. Okay, maybe they are worth doing as you walk past. It was a back-to-backer with a shiny Skiddle that's a Kabuto Dynamax and then a Darumaka. So it's nice to see that those two actually exist. Big congrats. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get back-to-back DMax ones. It's fantastic.
GG's. But I'm going to jump in next. Furby Andrew has sent, on X in fact, and it is a Schlundo Crabrawler. A lucky trade with Aaron went very lucky. Not a catch, but defo one for hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Yes.
And then he subsequently followed up with another. So if my other one doesn't count, this is defo a hashtag Shinies of the Week. And he got the shiny G Bird Zapdos. So, wow. Andrew, 2 awesome Shinies of the Week there. GG's, my man.
Hey, Shundo Crab. Epic.
Here we go. So anyway,
Schlundo, not Shundo, Schlundo.
This is for our Patreon members. We might post this on the episode release drop, but that is what Nidobat will look like.
Oh my god.
Mark's just ChatGPT'd it.
As a description here, it's basically ChatGPT has just stuck a pair of like Noivern's wings onto Nidoking.
That's what I asked it to do.
That's
it.
amazing. It's got bat ears.
It's got bat ears.
You know what? Actually, it's almost as bad a design as Mega Dragonite.
Nidobat.
Stop it.
It's almost as bad a design as Mega Dragonite.
Stop it.
Well, we got one here. We got one here on X, and I like this. It's hashtag Shinies of the Week. Since I got it in front of Milo, he was very happy about it. Yes, on X. JT Valor's posted. Got very lucky with shiny Wiglet.
God.
Good luck to everyone. Hopefully, you'll manage to get one! Exclamation mark.
So, Milo, did you actually see JT's shiny Wiglet?
I saw both his shiny Wiglets. He was very loud. He was loud and proud about both his golden. I don't know if he got done over by Gold Member, maybe, but you know.
Oh dear, Gold Member.
Gold Member.
There we go.
Having 2 shiny Wiglets is not something any man should have.
Oh, goodness me. Well, bring it on back. We've heard of one Schlundo trade. Here is another. Kiwi Steve 007, our good friend from even further than the land down under. 2 Latias runners, definitely not my luck for the battles. 0 for 32 overall. Pretty ouch, but Schlundo trade. And he got himself the Schlundo Incarnate Thunderous from a lucky friend trade, which is awesome to pick up.
Nice. And I've run out of shinies of the week, so I'm actually going to do a not shiny of the week. Mark Bailey posted, no shiny birds or shiny jets. Really struggled to take down Latias on the first day. All of Jonas from Saturday ran. Better luck Sunday. Only Noah walked away with a shiny Latios. Couple of 98s though. Of course, the event ends and I get a duck. Hashtag shinies of the week.
But what duck? Which duck was it?
Well, who knows? But one thing I do know is, Ben O'Leary's post on X, and I think this is a magical moment because there'll be some people that still haven't achieved this. But yes, at Incensed Podcast, my son Arthur, great name, got this yesterday. Safe to say he was ecstatic. It's one of my favourite shinies of all time. He already has the Dynamax 3-star one as well. Yeah, the Shundo Beldum. Hashtag shinies of the week. Beautiful.
That's a
beautiful.
good pull.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I do like Beldum. Beautiful.
That's when the shiny boost works in your favour.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Well done, Arthur. And thanks for sharing that with us, Ben. Spot
Well
on.
done to everybody, and keep your shinies of the week coming in on any social. Just make sure you at us and use the hashtag shinies of the week.
Clarify the spelling?
No, go back to the beginning of the show. Well, boys, that is it. We've got to the end of 134 Mark's luggage combination show. And I just
Why
want to
are
say
you
thank
so
to
interested in
everyone.
getting people to open his luggage?
Well, we've told you the story about being at the airport going to Milan City
I know,
Safari in
but
the past.
you want him to be harassed the next time he's travelling to an event?
Yes, if you work at an airport and you see somebody with a passport that says Masterful27, won't post his real name here, although everybody knows his real name, then stop him and swab his bags. He loves it.
Presents his YouTuber's passport.
Yeah.
Imagine if it said that in it.
Masterful27.
So what's your name? It's Masterful.
Masterful. That's all you need.
Thank you very much for listening. We do appreciate, especially if you've been listening for the last 234 weeks. Go and see a therapist. That's all I can say. But we will be back.
Going to a therapist.
Actually,
this is one that JT made.
That's more like the Batman. That's more like it. Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious.
So anyway, whilst I'm being completely torn to pieces by my colleagues, I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports this podcast, whether you support just by using your ears or whether you support by using your wallet. We have 3 tiers to our patrons, so I want to say thank you to everyone that's on the bronze tier. We really do value each and every one of you. But we do like to thank by name our tier, and you are KLXVI, Del Hazard X, Spindiana, Laurie Beck, Stephen Norway, CC is Mad, McFluth, Saul Haberfield, Lizzie George, whilst Mark's trying to distract me, Sander van der Drieser, Neonet, Ellen Rushton, James Alexander, Northern Soph, Tom Cattle, Charlie 10, Robert Wilson, Miss Summer of 69, so unprofessional Mark, Malcolm Grinter, Geordie Castell, The Hot Weasel, Shiny IKEA Mom, Tony Pride, and Jono. And yes, I am a professional by not rising to that during it. And nobody listening will actually know what I'm referring to.
Mark's back was flapping around.
Thank you for being on our tier. And we also want to thank our
gold member.
And you on the gold tier are JB, Kerry, and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandycroft, Mr. Mossam, Mufti, and Dean DHL. And apologies, Dean, we didn't mention you last week. The list hadn't updated, but you were very much in the credits, and we will mention you by name tonight. Thank you for being our members. But we're not done with the thank yous yet. We have 2 administrators that we want to thank, and they are... Well, only one of them could be bothered to be with us tonight. Anyway, thank you, Sue. And I'm not sure where Francesco is.
He's doing better things.
But thank you, Francesco. Oh, he's got a migraine. The other admin's got a migraine. Francesco. Feel better, Sue, matey.
That's not to celebrate the migraine. That's to celebrate your efforts.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Anyway, we do know that certain listeners love our soundboard. And I've got a couple of reviews before we finish. And I'm actually going to read them. So...
We don't have a review corner.
We do now.
We do. Mark said the other week that we were going to read reviews out, so I actually went through our Apple podcast and found 2 reviews that we haven't actually read out yet. So we will go first.
Dun, dun, dun.
This one came through in January and we haven't read it out. So Moushop said, I really like how relaxing it feels to listen to these guys. But at the same time, it's very informative and funny. That's a great review. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The next one, not quite so complimentary. The next one is from Newcombs.
Yay.
And this came through on March the 30th. And Milo has read this review, which is why we've gone a little bit over the top tonight. So thanks, Mike. You had the complete reverse effect from what you've asked us for. I've been listening to this podcast from the very start. Absolutely loved it. I enjoy listening every single week. But Mark, Milo, Ian, please, for the love of God, cut down on the soundboard. It's getting too much.
Noise.
P.S. I miss Coops.
Who? What?
Noise.
Well...
Yeah, you said it all, Dax. Yeah, thank you for the review, Mike.
Clarify the spelling.
Genuinely, we do respect that you've actually given your opinion.
Hey, it's actual constructive feedback. Personal preference is a thing. We won't be listening.
But Milo is not going to cut back on the soundboard.
No,
I really
reverse psychology doesn't work here, I'm afraid.
2 words I've never thought I'd ever hear anyone say about our podcast: informative and funny. What a lovely review. What a lovely
There's no
review.
disturbance in the force.
Yeah, we did go educational when we started actually giving advice.
It's me, Pikachu.
Sue's just put, I'm a huge fan of the soundboard, never fails to make me giggle. So there you go, balance. Everything's about balance.
Well, boys, speaking of balance, I've got some great news.
What?
If Max Monday's your bag, you can get yourself an Ammonite. It's Ammonite Spotlight Hour. Spotlight Hour? What am I talking about?
Help him. Again. It's on fire.
It's Ammonite Max Monday on August the 4th. So,
Yeah.
yay.
That's
Fossils.
definitely a yay. Well, I think I might just be able to top that one, Whitfield.
No.
Good news, boys.
What?
Spotlight Hour on Tuesday, the 5th of August. It's Swirlix. You know what? Actually, it's a good shiny charcoal Swirlix, but it does have Whitfield's
Cappuccino.
favourite Spotlight Hour bonus: 2 times catch Stardust.
Stardust a cappuccino.
I'm just seeing another live review of the podcast there, boys. Apparently the 2 words for our podcast are tolerable and fine. Laugh out
I will
loud.
take that. Thank you, JT Valor.
Definitely. And I can't top up both of those because this is probably worse than both of them combined. But we've got a
That's
raid
why I
hour.
left this one to you.
Yeah, I do need. Well, I don't need it actually. It's Lugia, August the 6th.
Give us a bad news. Give us a bad news. We really need
Bad
to
news.
do a what?
Bad news. Bad news.
What?
Raid hour, Lugia, August the 6th.
And while Whitfield blows
His turtle.
his whatever that was party streamer thing,
Milo blows his trumpet.
I've just been informed by somebody
While
from my
Milo blows
right
JT's Wiglet.
that if you were ever interested in a shiny boosted Swirlix, apparently there's going to be what's the event called? There's some funky.
The Sweet Swarm.
That's it. There you go. The Sweet Swarm event has shiny boosted Swirlix on it, and it's during the course of Spotlight Hour as well. So that's some great news.
Is
And on that terrible car crash, we'll see you next week for 235.
Welcome, trainers.
I hate it when you do an outro with that.